Welcome back to Two Beard Gaming. This is TF Banana, where we are going to sit down and discuss 2 parsecs from Earth. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit the bell icon, as well as check the description to find all the ways you can keep up with Two Beard Gaming. But now, let's get into 2 parsecs from Earth. It would be easy to describe 2 parsecs as just another 2D Metroidvania-style clone, and, use that often overused word. So, at its core, it is a 2D exploration platformer. There's no combat to be had in this one. The core mechanics of this game revolve around your ability to obtain upgrades, which you're able to have 3 at a time. And that's the nice little niche that they've kind of carved out for themselves with this one. Depending on what it is you choose ability-wise, you'll be able to traverse different areas within the game. So there alone gives you the inherent replay value in that no two gameplays are going to be the same based on your choices of upgrades in your abilities. And those things include the dash, the double jump, the ability to use these teleportation stones, as well as to go through walls or floors, which that was a little off-putting that you had to choose one or the other, whether you wanted to go through a wall or you wanted to be able to go through the floor or the ceiling. But depending on your choices, your gameplay will unfold differently. So jumping back to discuss the setup for the entire game, you are a robot named Z3L1 and your ship has crashed. And when I don't want to say awaken, because I don't necessarily know if robots go to sleep. Do androids dream of sheep? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. So, as you recover from this wreck, you discover that the ship has cast all of its cargo as well as its batteries, and it is your task to obtain all of these so that you can continue on your mission like any good android. Along the way, you're going to discover that the developers have found a way to put in some clever dialogue, which can either make you chuckle and laugh, or piss you off when you're doing really bad and they point out that you're doing pretty bad. But again, from a story standpoint, that's basically it. You're just trying to collect these things, and everything is indicated in the upper right corner. It tells you how much of the cargo you've obtained, how many batteries, as well as which abilities you have. And that's it in a nutshell. Visually, the game's okay. There's nothing super standout here. Your main character, Z3, looks good. The environments, however, are pretty repetitive and just kind of lack any true real depth or nuance to them. Everything is just kind of plain. Your enemy encounters, again, are relatively limited, so there's not a whole lot to speak of visually, but everything stands out. You're not going to be surprised, in some games where things are a little bit dark and you step on a spike. Everything is prominent and stands out and serves its purpose, but, this isn't going to win any awards for its visuals. Audio-wise, however, this game is really surprisingly solid. The music adjusts depending on, kind of what's going on, but each of your abilities themselves have their own unique sound. And just little touches like the sound of the hydraulics that Z3 makes when you're jumping and landing, just little touches like that show the care that went into it, and it's quite impressive. Control-wise, everything here is pretty solid. I mean, it's standard fare. You got your jump. Well, you don't have it right away. That's one of the first things that you get is your jump. That does not count as one of your abilities, however. But then from there, basically everything is based on how you decide to play. Like I said, you've got your dash, you've got your double jumps, your teleportation, minimize, and it's going to play out differently for everybody. But everything handles well, it's responsive, it doesn't feel floaty in the least bit. But that doesn't mean that the game is not challenging. I died hundreds of times trying to complete the game the first time. Second playthrough was a little bit easier, but I knew a lot more of what to expect, and I got a sense of what the game wanted me to do. It's definitely more in line with being based on reactions, reflexes, and precision. And from that standpoint, they succeeded. On the whole, 2 Parsecs from Earth is a solid addition to anybody's library. It's a small bite-sized game that does have some replayability. It's certainly not going to win over any new fans that already don't like this type of game, but for those who do, this is a solid little title. You will have some moments of frustration. This game is not easy by any stretch, but overall, it's a solid recommend.